The Home Affairs Department says it's complying with a court order regarding the Cape Town Refugee Reception Office. In 2012, the department closed the office, hoping to centralise and control processes. The court ordered the department to reopen the office. The department says it's relying on public works to provide suitable premises. eNCA reporter Slindelo Masikane joins us now with more details on this story. It's an interesting one because the last time we spoke to Home Affairs about this issue, Slee, they told us the ball was essentially in the court of public works. They needed some kind of building in which to house this operation, and it's up to public works to provide that.
Indeed. To a certain extent, they are correct. But if I can just take you back a little bit, after the Supreme Court of Appeal ruled that the refugee centre in Cape Town must be reopened, the Home Affairs Department then decided to appeal to the Constitutional Court. Their appeal was basically dismissed, and the Constitutional Court said that you need to comply with the Supreme Court of Appeal judgment, which says you must reopen the centre because you are not you are infringing on these people's rights. So essentially now, after that, the Constitutional Court ruled in December, between January and February, somehow the Home Affairs Department did not start the process. And from what we've heard from Public Works is that they only received the directive to, basically start the process of finding a building, etc., in order to house the refugee center in February. Hence, the Home Affairs Department has now missed the Supreme Court of Appeal deadline, which was the 31st of March, to have the center reopened.
Well, what has Public Works had to say about why it only began looking at this issue in February?
Because they only got the information from Home Affairs. They only got a request from Home Affairs in February. Before then, they really couldn't do anything about it. However, from the Home Affairs Department, they've basically said that they have every intention, to respect the court judgment and to comply with it. And let's just hear a little bit of what the Director General Mkhusile Ableni said this afternoon.
We have allocated a budget within the ambit of the current baseline. We have prioritized the funding and filling of key posts to get the center operational. However, the department is dependent on Public Works to provide suitable office accommodation.
So how are the courts likely to respond to this delay, Slee?
I think it will really all depend on how long this process takes and whether civil society, how long they're also willing to wait. Public Works has really just given the assurance that they're hoping to be done with the procurement process by July. However, Home Affairs has also said that they've begun with the process of filling posts and, basically getting the funding going in order to get the center operational again. However, in the meantime, asylum seekers in the Western Cape have nowhere to go. They only have 3 other centers around the country, which are in Messina, in Pretoria, and in Durban. And if you can imagine, for somebody who doesn't have documentation, I mean, where are they supposed to then get money to get to these places?
It's a very worrying story indeed. Thank you very much for watching that. Firstly, Slindelo Masikane, our eNCA reporter, who will no doubt keep us updated on how that story develops.